the enemy, when you have fear to give more, he robs you. He robs you from the blessing, right? Because it's that fear that even if I give my last money from the bank, what am I going to do, right? You have the fear that not being cared for, but the Father is so faithful to his word. And I've had a lot and I had minus, and I had to trust him in that place too, where I've never been before. But it was that trust that I'm just going to depend on your word. I'm going to remain in your word, and your word remains in me. And I know that you take care of me. And that's why he's teaching us how to give and doing the covenants, because it's not just about blessing us. It's about training us as the kings, how to reign over a kingdom. Because when you build a house, you don't put the roof first, right? You lay the foundation first, where you have a good foundation. And from that, you build your house. And that's what he's teaching us, right? And one of the things, like listening to the testimonies, and, money does not bring you wealth. Wisdom does. Wisdom brings you wealth. Because if you look at the Father, he did not create this earth and all the riches on the earth with money. It was wisdom, it was faith that created in the words. And trusting on him. And one of the testimony, it was last year when I planned for a vacation. I framed it. I spoke the amount of money for it. And the day that I left, I still didn't get it. But what did I say? I said, I know, Father, that you don't lie. You don't lie. And I believe that, and I'm going to trust you. And even if you don't, I'm still going to believe your word. I'm still going to choose to believe what you say. And the day that I was there, it came actually more than I even framed. Why? Because he gives us more than we can ask or think, right? So we're going to do something now that, together, because what is it? Life and death is in the power of the tongue, right? And those who love it, they're going to eat the fruit of it. And this is the verse from Matthew 18:18 says that whatever you shall bind, right? Whatever you and I bind on the earth shall be bound in heaven. And whatever you shall loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. So we have few declarations that we're going to say together. And do this at home. Do this every day. Whatever you ask, believe and receive it, that you already received it, right? So let's say this together. I declare that I walk in power and authority and give the devil no place in me. I bind every force that has set itself against my financial prosperity, and I lose the abundance of God and all that rightfully belongs to me. It comes to me under grace in a perfect way. We're going to speak to that. And whoever has this, even at home, just take a piece of paper that could represent that, a check, or, and speak to it. I declare the debt's paid in full. Debt, I speak to you. Be paid, be gone, be canceled. Exactly as Claude was saying. Yeah, you may have made a mistake, but whatever you bind on the earth will be bound in heaven. And this is what we do. He paid it all. He paid all the debts for us. Philippians 4:19 says, and my God shall supply all my need according to his riches in glory by Christ Jesus. And we're all believing for jobs, for bills. These are just necessary things that we have used here on this earth, right? So let's just say this together. When it comes to bills and jobs, God is the source of my supply, and I have more than enough the bills on time. I call for a raise as I honor you with my increase. I give thanks for my job. Romans 4:17, call it those things which are not as though they were. We're all believing for and standing in faith for a house, cars. And the Lord wants to bless us with that, right? Because he says we have houses full of riches that we did not even work for it or did anything for it. So if you're believing for houses or cars, then you can add whatever else you're believing and standing in faith for. I call the house the car that fits my desire, and it will be a blessing to me. I declare that God's highest and best is done in this matter, and the angels are working now on my behalf.